Hi, Bob Basher, the Executive Director for Prime Plus Senior Centers, and this is Prime Time with Bob. And we're going to go on location. I'm going to head up to the Sistine Chapel, and I'm here with Diane Starkey, who knows the Sistine Chapel just like the inside of your hand, right?
Right.
Diane, that doesn't look like the Sistine Chapel.
It is not, but you can see the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel at MacArthur Center, oddly enough.
Wait a minute, Allie told me we were going to the Sistine Chapel.
Well, you're going to see the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel.
That'd be cool. And they're at MacArthur Center?
At MacArthur Center on the second level, next to Dillard's and across from Barnes & Noble.
Okay, now you've been with the Virginia Arts Festival for a couple of years.
I have.
You kind of arrived in a basket.
I did, exactly.
Yeah, as a little kid.
Or I came with the dirt.
And most of the time, you've been doing these huge productions of the tattoo and awesome stuff. Frescoes at Sistine's a little different for the Arts Festival, isn't it?
It is. So, yeah, we normally do performing arts.
Yeah.
But occasionally, we do visual arts. We do exhibits. And throughout the course of the 24 years of the festival, we've done these kind of offshoots. And this year, for 2020, we had planned to do Michelangelo's frescoes of the Sistine Chapel exhibit in May. And of course, COVID hit, so it didn't happen in May.
So you're doing it now. Now, normally when I see you over the last 20-some years, you're out on Charlotte Street and you're doing this and you're telling thousands of people who are getting off of buses where to go and what to do. So how many buses this year in the Arts Festival?
Well, we didn't have the Arts Festival. So we unfortunately didn't have the pleasure of greeting all of those buses. So the 2020 season was really getting geared up. We were getting ready to go. You know, it was early April and the festival was ready to start and we were going to go 6 weeks, over 65 performances in that time frame. And on really like March 18th, when the message came down from the governor that we were going to have to stay at home, that really meant that the Virginia Arts Festival had to kind of regroup with all of our performances. You know, patrons couldn't travel, artists couldn't travel, venues were closed. So we were really faced with the daunting task of canceling, postponing, and rescheduling all of the 2020 season of the Virginia Arts Festival. The story there is, it is not as much fun canceling, postponing, and rescheduling a festival as it is marketing, booking, and being at a festival.
Well, and speaking of marketing, you're no longer directing buses, even if buses do come, because you are the marketing director, right?
Yes, yeah.
That is so cool.
Recently appointed.
In telling that story. Because I remember the first press release that came out was there was a group from Hong Kong, was it, that was supposed to open the festival.
That's correct.
But that was going to be one cancellation and the rest of the festival was going on. And then another one. So it's not like it all happened.
Yeah.
The Arts Festival has become a major part of the culture of Hampton Roads. And I used to always comment, the world comes to Hampton, they've discovered us.
That's right.
So it's got to be tough. Now, so how do you bring about then the Michelangelo of the Sistine Chapel and do it safely?
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful, beautiful exhibit. The space that MacArthur Center is partnering with us and actually gave us to use for this is really a gorgeous location. So this production, this exhibit, was to be presented in Baton Rouge and then come to Norfolk after. Well, that didn't get to happen either.
Wow.
So we, here we are. We got the exhibit and said, you know, we're going to have the exhibit so that when we are able to do it safely, that we've got it and that we can build it and we can open the doors. Well, here's what we did is we took a really hard look at the space and what the governor's kind of COVID CDC requirements were to be safe. And we built the exhibit so it has got timed entry. So every 15 minutes, we only allow 10 people in at a time. And you're required to wear a mask at all times. We have hand sanitizers there. We have remain social distancing, physical distancing of 6 feet. We have arrows and markers on the floor to help with the flow of traffic, so that as people are going through, they are not on top of each other, that they are social distanced, and that they have an opportunity then to truly enjoy each one of the frescoes. There's 48 different images that are in the exhibit space. Beautiful, huge. They're enormous size replicas.
Oh, I was going to ask you, they are replica. You didn't rip apart the Sistine Chapel to bring it here, did you?
When they peeled it off, yeah.
Because a fresco is actually part of the wall. I mean, right? It's not hanging.
It's the ceiling. It's the whole ceiling, the corners and the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
So I have to do this?
No, let me tell you. Well, let me give you the kind of little bit of a background, the history of this. So, it's about 500 years ago that Michelangelo finished the painting. It took him 4.5 years to do the ceiling. He was commissioned by the Pope to do this. He was a sculptor. That's what he did.
Right.
But the Pope really wanted him to do the painting of this. So the Sistine Chapel the Vatican Museum gave authorization for a photographer to come in and take these pictures, high-def, high-tech pictures of the Sistine Chapel, which are then transported onto this incredible film. The film is put on this material. The material is what gives it kind of this the additional structure, right? It makes it look like you're looking not just at paper. It doesn't look like a glossy photograph. It is really textured. And so the pictures of each one of the different panels in the ceiling are then put on this fabric. And the fabric is then put in a frame, essentially, and it is right there in your face.
So so you can really kind of look at it a whole lot better than this way.
Right, so we took the ceiling, so the main part of the ceiling, there's 9 panels. Instead of having it above you, we actually put it on the floor. And so you can walk around it and get really up close and actually see it. It's very cool.
And you're not going to do a move along type thing either. So you can really get it.
No, you actually have time to experience it, because in the entire space, we're only allowing 40 people in at a time, max.
So, and when you first said that, it was for safety purposes, but in reality, it really is going to give you a very intimate experience.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
And we've created a booklet. We're very proud of this as well, because the normal exhibit comes with headsets, right? That you can listen to when you.
There's another challenge there, yeah.
Well, really, right now, we think about this. You can't do that, right? Everything has to be touch-free as much as possible. Nobody wants to touch everybody else's stuff. So we're doing lots of cleaning around the exhibit. So we took the audio guide, and we made a booklet, and the booklet is now on our website. You could go and look at it right now, and we encourage people to download the booklet before they come or print it out at home.
That website is
vafest.org.
vafest.org. I can get that.
Yeah, you can get on there.
That's easy.
And then you go to Michelangelo, there's more info, and there's the guide.
Cool.
It's really
So
easy.
when is this exhibit? We're kind of breaking news, aren't we?
We are. So the exhibit opened on August 7th, so Friday, and goes all the way through August 30th. It is something to see different at MacArthur Center. So, go out for lunch. Really, there's some restaurants that, on Granby, have a good time, do a little shopping. The mall is also very safe, requiring masks to be worn, and also social distancing in each one of the stores. So it's a really nice thing to see people out and about.
Now, how much money should I set aside for the exhibit?
It's very affordable. It's $10 per person and only $5 for children.
Do you know what a flight to the Sistine Chapel would cost you?
See, that's it. You can't travel anywhere anyway right now. You can't go to Italy. So
but
we
have
brought
an
it to
intimate
you.
experience.
We did it for you.
That's cool. So I better get over there.
You better come see it. It's really good.
Okay, so I got to ask you, what's next?
Well, let me tell you what else we have going on.
Talk fast. We got about 3 minutes.
Okay, we've got Norfolk State University Theater Company's A Soldier's Play being performed in the Virginia Arts Festival's outdoor courtyard. This is the newest downtown venue, really, in Norfolk. We're so excited about it. We have a beautiful venue in our backyard, and so we're starting to perform. More to come on other things after A Soldier's Play, but look for more things in the outdoor courtyard, which is, again, we're doing all the CDC safety things with social distancing with it.
I was going to say, I have some inside information that you and I can talk about. Don't pay attention, guys. That there's probably more planning goes into making sure that it's safe than there almost was in putting on the production.
That's right.
But on the other hand, it's really providing an intimate experience in the arts.
Right, yeah, because in our courtyard, which seats almost 200 people on a normal day, we're only doing it for 50.
Yeah.
And so really keeping 50 patrons. And so all this space, it's so good, Bob, to be doing events. This is
what it's about.
This is what we do. People miss live arts, right? And so we are happy to be bringing it in a very safe way, really affordable way. And the staff is, overjoyed. Rob Cross, who you know well, is ecstatic about the new showings we're able to do.
Well, in the pre-COVID days, Prime Plus had our Culture Club group, which was a large group that really partook a lot in the arts. And we've been sending them information about the virtual experiences, but everybody is chomping at the bit to go live when it's safe. So.
Yeah.
You got any secrets you can share with me before we sign off?
What kind of secrets are you?
I don't know, something juicy.
Well, let's see. I would tell you that when you go to Michelangelo, to the Sistine Chapel, you must get your picture taken by the wings and put them on your social media. And you have to flap your wings when you do it. It's beautiful, really.
So when you have people going up and flapping their wings, we know that they watch this. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for coming on and talking about everything that's exciting coming up, even though it might not be as mega as you're used to. It's very intimate and very personal. And by the way, I noticed you have your rotary pin on. I forgot mine. But you know what? Everybody who's watching, stay safe and stay connected. Thanks for joining us.